Now get out your bigger flat brush or your filbert, okay? And let's add some highlights here. So put a bit of green and a bit of yellow together to lighten up your green. Nice and bright. Now we don't want too much paint on our brush, that's too much. So wipe it off in your tissue so that there's not too much on there. And then start pulling on some highlights. Now I'm turning my brush. I'm not having my brush flat like this. I'm turning it this way on the chiseled edge. And I'm going to make these little quick strokes. Good. Now I'm going to add more yellow than green. We'll just go back and get more yellow instead of green. And we'll go back over that again. We need to lighten that up. You may have to do that a couple of times to get that to lighten up. Just little quick strokes. Good. How far down do we want to go with that? There we go. We want to make it round looking, so that's why we're doing this. Good. A few little strokes, leftover paint. Just pull through. Good. Wherever you think it might need it, okay? You don't have to, you know. You have to make some of your own decisions. I know if you're a beginner, it's hard to make your own decisions because I know I've been there. If I couldn't follow every little step, I was lost. So I understand where you're coming from. But some of the things I might do might be a little complicated. But I'm doing my best to make it as easy as I can for you. I just picked up some more yellow. Went back over that again. Little quick strokes. See, it's starting to highlight there now. Good. And we'll put some highlight down here. Little quick strokes. Don't forget to put your brush on the chisel edge so you get these nice, see how you're getting those nice sharp lines? See that? Good. Make sure I got some down here. Okay. Now, I am going to add some more darker. And I'm going to go back in with more shadows. So brown, blue and green. Make a nice dark green. And we'll go in with some more shadow. Let's go in here with some shadow. More on the blue side. So we can get some shadow here so we can decide where we want to have the wings. Good. Some more shadow up here. So you're going back and forth with shadows and highlights. Good. But see, you see it, the more you layer it, the nice, it just comes out like so many different colors and so many different things going on. It's really nice. The more layers you make on any of your paintings, the better it will look, okay? Good. So take some of that shadow color down into here just to even it out. So it will look like there's just a line between those two. Good. And we'll bring some of this up into, pull it up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Good. So now you got that nice, very nice shadows. So decide where you want more shadow. Get that little tail going on down there. a little tail over here. Okay, wings. The wings. Good. All right. Now, clean your brush. Let's get the smaller, the medium one. And let's use the chisel edge again. Pick up some yellow. Oh! Pick up some yellow and put that here. And we'll bring that down into the breast. There we go. Get some more yellow. I'm going to add a small bit of green to that. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. And I'm going back into the yellow because it's too flat. And I'm going to bring that down here. Good. See how when you use those small strokes and the chiseled edge of the brush, you're going to get a feathery look. See? Isn't that nice? Let's pick up a little more green. Come on down. Soften that up there. Little short strokes, quick short strokes. See how you're getting that really nice feathery look. Good. Down here. And here. And let's bring some down here. And let's put some more here. Quick strokes. Good. Look how pretty that is. See how pretty that is? Put a little bit on the back of the tail here. And a little bit on the back here. Now, like I said, you don't have to have exactly like mine because I'm doing a lot of different strokes. As long as you get those highlights on and get a few things going on there, you're going to be fine. Good. Now I'm going to take my long liner brush. I'm going to put some white on so I can correct the eye here. As you can see, it needs correction. So I put some red in there by accident. And I'm going to put a little dot of white right there on top of the eye, on top of the black. Alright. See that? And I'm going to correct, so you can do all your corrections. I'll correct this around the beak. Oops. Another correction to make now. A little bit of red here. I got the white into my red, so I want to make it look nice. So I'm going to keep my liner brush and I'm going to put some highlights on the yellows and the red. So let's start with, let me see. Let's go with some red and some yellow to make kind of an orangey look on your liner brush. And a little more yellow, I think. And I'm going to make some streaks. Again, short strokes. And if that don't brighten up, put more yellow on there. See these little short strokes and streaks will give it a feathery look. Okay, so as you're coming in through here, you can move around. Just move around as long as you're going with the shape of the bird. Move in here. If you're moving in here, then pick up a little bit of red. And because you want to keep your red. And if you want to lighten it up a little bit, add a little bit of yellow. So we're going to working with yellow and red just to get some highlights. Good. Because it's still wet, you'll get your red back. You make a decision how red you want it, okay? That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just playing around with it until I decide how much red do I want there, how much yellow do I want there. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add more yellow to my dirty brush. I'm going to put on more streaks, just short, quick strokes. Good. Good. Because it's all wet, you should get a good blend right here. And yellow again. You can pull back in, or depending, see if you're right-handed, you might be working in a different, you might be working on a different side. So make all those strokes. More yellow, dirty brush, so you can pick up some of the reds and yellows, okay? And just come down on the back here. Good. Go with the shape of the bird, pick up more yellow. Just make those little streaks and strokes. And add a little bit of white, that might help brighten it up. Okay. If you had to add some white to brighten it up, see? That'll brighten up so you can see what you're doing. Because you want to get a feathered look. Alright. So add some white to your orangey color. See, now you can see it. Keep the shape of the bird. There we go. Even if you have to work back up into it again, so you won't lose the shape. Alright. Let's go with the yellow now. Good, and we'll put on a few more streaks and then we'll do something else. Okay, so pick up some yellow, and it's okay if you get a little bit of red in there or whatever, white. You get a dirty brush, it's fine. Now if your streaks won't move, pick up some water on your brush. Now mine is dripping, I don't want it to drip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap it off in my tissue, not wipe it off, because I want it to be a bit wet so we can get those streaks moving. Okay, more yellow. Good. Good. So the more you layer your painting, the more it just jumps out at you. See those streaks coming through? See how it makes it more feathery looking? Go down into your green. Give it a bit of feather. Good. A little bit down there, just to give it some highlight on the back here. Now my brush needs a little more water to get it moving. I'm going to put some up here, and then I'm going to come down here just to get some highlights on the back there. I might go back and forth like this. Okay. Now let's stay at the top of the head there and just get some more yellow. Good, and bring it up around into the red. Now that's probably drying up on you now, so we'll wait until we put the reddish color on our... We'll stay with the yellow for a minute, because we want to get those feathered look going around there, but we're going to add some red in a minute. So bring some of these streaks down here. Let's stick with the yellow so you won't get confused. Pick up some yellow. See how it gives it a feathery look? Add a little bit of white to your yellow if it won't show through more. It won't show up as much. There we go. Good. White and yellow. That'll help. Look at that. Look at that. Let's bring a little bit into that green there, just give it a little bit of a feathery look. I want to get it lighter there on the front of the breast, as if there's some light shining on there. Good. A little bit under here. Now, don't forget to get some water if you need it. We don't want it to run, but we don't want, well, we want it to move. I'm just giving a little bit of a highlight down here, that's all. That's all. Okay. Just pull on a little bit of highlight. Now, up here, I'll move it down there in a minute. So we'll just go down further and we'll put some down here. There we go. So we'll leave that for now because we want to get into the reds there. So let's go into the red with red and yellow and mix them together. And we get a little bit of lines going on here. Get them going back in here so it all blends nicely. Good. Good. So we just want those little lines just to represent. That's all I'm doing this for. You could have left it, you can leave it the smooth, soft look. You don't have to do this. If you just want to leave a nice, smooth, soft look, you can do that. But if you want to look like a few little feathers on there, a little more realistic, you can do it this way. A few little highlights here. So I'm just going back and forth with the yellow and red. Just work with the colors that you're already working with. So we go into the greens, you work with the greens. And reds, work with the reds. Alright, starting to look good. I think so. I think it's good. Alright. It's a little more here. I'm picking up some green. We're working with the greens now. You clean your brush and get some green. Good. And because we need some yellow to brighten up that green, just a couple of quick strokes. I'm not going to put too much on there. Little strokes, short strokes with your liner brush. Good. Back and forth with the, if you put too much yellow on, just go back and put some more green in there. Now we'll go with the green, put a few, get the little bit of blue and green, so we make it darker green, and a bit of yellow to lighten it up so that we can see what we're doing here. So let's just a few little, we don't want to lose that shadow, just a few little strokes, not much. Good. Alright, if you've got any trouble with this, because it is a little more complicated, you know, I mean it's not complicated, but it's a little more tedious, we'll call it, I suppose. And if you've got any problems, you can always email me or leave a comment, and I will do my best to help you. I've had people email me, and I helped them through their paintings and gave them advice. When they showed me pictures of their paintings, and then asked me, you know, if something was, if they couldn't do something following the video, like their clouds didn't come out the same, or something wasn't happening that they wanted to happen, then I would tell them how to do it, or I'd help them along. So that's looking good. I think we're going to leave that, because there's lots more you can keep doing and keep doing it and keep doing it. But I'm not, because I'm doing a video, I'm going to let you make decisions on where you want your shadows. All you're looking for is shadows and highlights, okay? That's all you're looking for. If you're going to keep putting on these little strokes, just look for shadows and highlights. Alright. And now we're going to work on the branch.